Good morning from Panhandle Outdoors, America's only daily outdoor TV show. Your source for fishing, hunting, and information for folks who enjoy the great outdoors. Now sit back, relax. It's Panhandle Outdoors.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to Panhandle Outdoors. I'm Winston Chester. Glad you're here this morning. We've got a great show lined up, but first, let's take a look at our weather, brought to us by Gulf Coast Air Conditioning, Drew Pollard and a hard-working crew, taking care of our everyday comfort needs, trying to keep us cool. Speaking of being cool, it's going to be up about 91 on the coast here, down to 76, and inland always 5 or 6 degrees hotter, and it's just, it's cooled off. Seemed like it cooled off a tad, but it hadn't cooled off much. Our water temperature, I was looking at it, it's still 86 degrees as of yesterday afternoon off the end of the pier, 86 degrees. So our river readings, take a look at our river readings brought to us by Mountain Dew. We're looking at the Apalachicola at Blountstown, 2.4. Let me repeat that, 2.4. That's very low on the Apalachicola. It's been lower before, but it's just really low right now as we're getting ready. We're getting ready now for the big July 4th weekend. Going to be a lot of folks out. Like I said the other day on the show, the circus is coming to town. We're going to have all kind of folks out there on the water and around the water. Choctaw at Caryville, take a look at it. It bumped up a little bit. It's reading a 2.3. It's bumping up a little bit with the rain we're having, so that's going to help a little bit. It's sort of an influx of fresher water. Tide chart brought to us by Kent Forest Lawn. Take a look at our tides. The low tide, it's a high tide this morning at 9:20, and then it's going to be going out until late this afternoon at 8:49. Good tides this week, really good fall and afternoon tides if you can get out. And the storms haven't been bad. We just haven't had a lot of bad storms on the coast. I've noticed inland though, it's been spread out in quite a few of those storms out there. The wind coming out of the southeast at about 10. It's been a good breeze. It hadn't been a cool breeze. Been a little decent breeze, so kept things stirred up a little bit, kept the bugs off. We'll take a break, we'll be right back. Okay, welcome back. I'm going to show you something I haven't showed you before, a couple of pictures from our Chester family reunion. And the reason I'm doing this, I don't want to bore you with my family stuff and all, but so many of y'all have talked about family reunions, and so I hear the story so many times that we used to do that. And you know, we so much, everybody always enjoyed, just loved doing them. And I just want to let you know, there's not a law that says you can't start them back. So I want to encourage you to maybe start one back and all. I hear from so many folks, especially from my generation, how we used to do it. We're just blessed and fortunate. We had a few of us still interested in keeping it going on. So, but what I wanted to share this time, and always some new pictures, new old pictures showed up, and I want to tie it into to what some other things too. So I'm going to show you. We've got a couple of old pictures here. I had never seen this picture before. Okay, but this particular picture, I have my granddad in the middle, and on the far right is my dad's twin sister and my dad, and then my uncle. Okay, now this is February the 10th, 1946. Okay, that's the same. It's a little fuzzier there. Better picture now. What I want to, okay, here's the writing on the back of it. That's why they were so good about writing, okay? February 10th, 1946, birthday dinner for Willie Mae. That's a pretty good name for twins, isn't it? Clarence and Uncle Abe. All four of them are cutting the two cakes. Now, what I wanted to share with you, and I still may get choked up. When I saw that picture, it just hit me like a ton of bricks. Here it is. This is February of 1946, and what had happened across America. World War II had ended in late summer of 45, and a lot of these soldiers were coming back home, and a lot of families across America were getting together, you know, for the first time since the war started, like 5 or 6 years earlier. And this picture right here, to me, depicted Americana in those days, all across America. I know this is the first time our family, Dad had been at war all those years, three and a half years he was over there, and I could picture my grandmother wanting to get all the family together, and y'all know what I'm talking about. We're gonna get all the family together, and they were all born on February the 10th. My dad, and of course, twin sister and his brother, all on February 10th. So I know the joy that she must have felt getting the family together, and I didn't want to share that with you. And then right after that was another picture. This came from my late Aunt Rachel, okay? This is our family reunion way back in the same year. This was in April of '46. So this was, 78 years ago. And my mama said that lady was stout there with those white shoes, but stout was the word they used. But it was just a wonderful time. But what I'm saying, these pictures, Curtis Locke and his wife Pam, they'd gone through my Aunt Rachel's box of pictures and had envelopes for every one of us. On this one, so it said Winston. And I'd never seen these pictures before, but it opened up a new, just a new, not a new, but just refreshing to see that. And what I tied it into, when I drew my book, I could not help but to think Miss Mary Anderson, Captain Virgil's wife, Miss Mary Anderson, that lived out on Grand Lagoon. She's still living, 100-something years old. But when I did the Anderson story, when I went out, I interviewed all the people, and I never will forget this in doing a book. It was 1998. I was out there interviewing, 98, 99, because I went several times. But I was having a little recorder. I was talking to Captain Virgil. I said, "Well, do you have any old pictures or anything to talk? These stories you're telling. Do you have any old pictures?" And Miss Mary looked at me, and she said, "Well, we have a box of old pictures, but nobody ever wanted to look at them." And I said, "I do." And I know she got up and walked down the hall. I was in the dining room. She walked down the hall, and she came back with a box of pictures and just dumped them out on the table. And that whole section, if you look in your book, the Anderson family, all those pictures came out of that box of pictures. And that's why I want to encourage you again, someone in your family has some old picture somewhere, I promise you. I mean, here I am finding, at my age, still finding old pictures. So I would encourage you to find some of those pictures and get some copies of them now. It was at the reunion. They were so good about, Aunt Rachel was so good about putting the dates on, all that generation putting the dates on the back of them. And the young people at the reunion, I was saying, I don't know how y'all gonna put the dates on the pictures you're taking here and saving them, but I know you can save them electronically and all, but it's just, I wanted to just mention that this morning and share that with you, and it was just some cool times, and those old black and white pictures, since somebody had the foresight to take those pictures, and it just means so much to families. Okay, so anyway, I got a lot of modern pictures we're going to show you. We'll take a break and be right back. Okay, welcome back. You wonder about the wild beasts and all they had back in those days, the bears and what we had up here were Florida Panthers, but we still have these bears. I got Alan Chasen had this on his Facebook page the other day, and I asked him to go ahead and show it. Because Alan, up there in Grand Ridge, watch the show every morning. Good morning, Alan. We appreciate the loyal viewership you've had these years. But he's down there, and we're going to show this. Let's see. Let me see if I can get back here to start. Okay, here we go. This is in Port St. Joe now. I know. Okay, so here, this is a young bear, and what's fascinating, how smart this bear is. Okay, he turns it over. Now, who taught him to turn over a trash can? Okay, so he's got it turned over. So now he smells. He smells what's in there, obviously, and he's looking, walking around. Now, Alan is standing. They're there. They're looking down this driveway. They're looking down the driveway, and at first I just ordered. I kept looking. Look at him. He's okay. He figured out. Who taught him how to crack open that lid? Look at that. Did he go to school to learn that? Okay, so now. He smells, that smell is strong. He knows it's food. He knows he can't go down there to Duran's Piggly Wiggly, but he can get some food out of there. So look at there. He pulls it out. All right. That, to me, that looked like some newspaper or something. It might have some fish on it, some fish heads, some mullet or something, but he realizes that, okay, he starts eating on that a little bit. He realizes, I think, well, I want more of that. So all right, so Alan, somebody drives up. I can't get a sound on this. I'm just going to narrate it. So Alan's talking to a guy now, and the bear's not paying them any attention at all. So he goes back. Okay, now, okay, it's upside down. Okay, so it's about 2.5 minutes maybe. So watch this. He's looking around. Hey, boo-boo. So what does he do? He's trying to figure out, that's the wrong end, but he knew last. Okay, so this truck drives by. It didn't, look here, he gets on top of the trash can. Now this is real life in Port St. Joe, filmed by a Grand Ridge native. What's that going on in the Florida Panhandle? All right, so he couldn't figure out, he knew he couldn't get on top, so he goes back down and maybe he gets another snack right here. Aha! He's got to figure it out again. This is just downright cool to me. All right, he's cracking. He can't quite get it open, but he knew last time he got in there. And this is a young bear. He'd be in advanced placement classes in school because he's smart. AP bear. All right, so look here, he's dragging it. If it's light enough, he'd drag it on in the woods, but he's still smelling it. This is, okay, here goes another car run by. So, all right, so this is why you don't have food on you folks when you're out in the woods. You don't get between a bear mama and a bear cub. And this is the neighborhood right here in Port St. Joe. Got about another, what, 30 seconds. And all right, he's getting some more out of it. Look at there. He's getting to the main course now. You got a lot of paper in that garbage. He probably wish they'd put more leftovers. All right, so now he draws back. You can see it's in a driveway. And look at, okay, this is where, in a nice neighborhood. Okay, that's it right there. So I just wanted to share that with you. It just shows, this was just the other day in Port St. Joe. It shows you all the bear pictures and all that we show you. They're not just made up. Speaking of cool things happening, let's go from St. Joe, let's go up here to Weewall, and then from Weewall, let's go down here. Check this out. This is David Rich. They're fishing in the Scipio Creek. They're down at Apalachicola. Fun times and great fishing in the Scipio Creek Marina Red Snapper Tournament. This last weekend. We won first place with the 2 largest fish and first in the Calcutta. Thank you, Scipio Creek Marina. The money benefits of Franklin Artificial Reef Association. It was Captain Aubrey Singleton, Captain David Rich, Captain Steve Norris, Josh Pollock, John Lee, and Tan Lee. Folks, I want you to look at some. Look at these snapper. These are some. All right, look at, okay, the weight in. This is the heaviest. Let's zoom in on this. That's 44.3 pounds. A 44.3 pound red snapper. I mean, those two total up. So anyway, this is there's different weights and all. The tournament, the mystery fish over here is interesting. The weight was 10 and a half, 11.1 got it, and then anyway, you know how we talked about how the mystery weight works out and all. And this is the money being spread out to the crew. That's a good fishing down there off the Scipio Creek Marina, and a good time was had by all. And let's jump over to freshwater. This is over here, fly fishing David Bird on the big river right before the storm. Those storms just come in real quick, and is that not a nice mess of fish? Good job, David Bird. Okay. I'll read this one. It's off the Panama City fishing page. My dad had to take my boat just now to rescue kids on paddleboards in a kayak in distress. Kayak kid left the drain plug out and it capsized. The wind was blowing them away from where they had berthed. Under the influence of not one single life jacket with any of them. I always have the PFD. Had he not seen them in stress, they would have been stuck there in the dark. It was getting late in the afternoon. So anyway, that's just a perfect case of people not paying attention and doing things they shouldn't be doing. And fortunately, some folks were looking out. They had a guardian angel looking out after them. Now, I do want to show one thing. Here, this picture here. This is Jimmy Thompson. Remember I had these my canoes on? I wanted to give them to one of our viewers to take care of it, and not to take care of them, just sort of redo them and use them, because I just didn't have time to. In the days prior to Panhandle Outdoors, I would have those all fixed up and painted, but don't have it now. So Jimmy Thompson up in Bayou George, his wife came over the other day and picked him up. And here's a picture of it right here. He got him in his trailer, and I want to, and here it is right here, a thumbs up. This is before and after picture. You see what I'm holding? Okay, see right there? He presented me, I'll hold it up right here too. He presented me, he's a cabinet maker, retired cabinet maker, so obviously really good with handiwork and all. Is this not cool? He gave this to me in appreciation of giving him the canoe. So we're talking about doing something good and all. I just love this. And Jimmy, I really appreciate it. And we're going to hang it up in a cool place. I don't know where we're going to hang it. I may put it in the living room or something. But anyway, this is cool. Jimmy, thank you. I love these guys that do the cabinet work and make hand stuff, make stuff with their hands and all. That is such a cool thing to do. And thank you, Jimmy. I really appreciate that. All right, let's take a final break. We'll be right back. Okay, welcome back. Let's take a look at our fishing game time today, brought to us by Blue Water Outriggers in Port St. Joe, where all those wild bears are. We're looking at our one time today, 11:28 to 1:28, right in the middle of the day. I was talking to Travis Fagg the other day. Travis is the CEO of the Panhandle Outdoor Shop, and we decided to run a July 4th sale for this week. And with July 4th coming up, it's going to be 10% off. 10% off everything in the shop. And you can, let me just go over, I know I've gone over before, I just want to go over again, just different things we have in there. I'll just quickly go through them. The t-shirts and all, I say it well quickly. Anyway, decals, we got caps coming, we ran out of caps, we had to reorder them. That decal, I like that decal there, brown cap. The size chart is on here, the camouflage cap. Jeff Peck's Walk Through Nature DVD. Then the custom lures by Mike, handmade by Mike Edwards, and that's cool. I mean, I've got a collection of them. I love them. Okay, it's got all those, and then also, but what you can do, you can, if you want to, just get a gift certificate, and you do that, and then the prices all are right in here, and you can email the order, or let me tell you what. Let's see, I've got his phone number down somewhere. If I can't find it, I got his phone number. I will get his phone number. Let me see. Anyway, I'll promise you I'll get his phone number. Okay, we got it in here somewhere. But I can't find it. I'll get it to you later. Well, more than later today. First thing tomorrow, I'll give you Travis' phone number. Let's get back to a couple of quick pictures I didn't get a chance to finish up on. Okay, Kenneth Zedeker fishes those sand hills. He's up here, White Western. He caught some slabs this evening, but then notice all this in the lake. Not good, and it is growing fast. Half the lake has it 10 foot from the surface already. So there's the big fish, but here's a weed and all. There's all kind of weed growing in there in White Western. And I don't know what background behind it or anything like that, but I was just be aware of that if you fish in Sandhill Ponds. Also, we talk about all kind of pictures. This is Winston Chester, okay? Winston Chester picture right here. Gail said this fairly rare bird, this red-headed one, solid red head like that, not a red-headed cockatoo, but this is a rare one. And that is Gail's grandmother's bird bath, and we just keep it hanging in there. But anyway, that's Winston Chester photograph. We're talking about a spotted fawn the other day and what, how they're protected this time of year just from their natural, right there, camouflaging. So I was looking at some, looking up some information to share with you. The fawn will keep those spots. I was just curious, how long will they keep those spots? And the research that I found, it's anywhere from 90 to 100 days, 120 days, so 3 to 4 months. It'll have those spots and it'll lose them and all. Here's what I found interesting doing that research and all these different wildlife scientists. They've proved that in general, the young male will stay around the mom, the doe, for about 1 full year, and the female will hang around her for 2 years. Is that not nature? The female stays home a little bit longer and wants a little bit more security and loves the mom and all. So what I found out also, if the gestation period is 2 months, 63 days, so it was if they're having spots now. Most of those, I sort of figured out some of the pictures from what I've seen and all. Most of those yearlings that are being born. They were conceived during rut season right there in late January, in middle to late January around here in Panhandle. A lot of these pictures of the farms where the people showing the spots and all. So I just thought that was interesting. I wanted to share that with you. Real quick, one more thing if I got time. I don't do it a lot, but every now and then I go with Gail shopping because she's gonna run by and get something. I just love going by grocery stores, and I went by. I won't give the name of this particular one, but it's a well-known grocery store. And I used to go back and just look at the fish. I don't know why I just always done that. And what's amazing now is the prices. I took my phone out and took a picture. Okay, check this out. Red grouper fillet, $34 a pound. Okay, but what I love about it, look. Coming vertically on the right hand side, product of Florida. Okay, so all right, so I'm glad that's fresh right there. That's at a local grocery store. Well, then I saw, cod is not bad, really isn't. Okay, but what I saw fresh. Cod comes up in cold water. It says fresh, never frozen. I mean, this is almost $20 a pound. Wait a minute, I said never frozen. Looking right, product of Iceland. How in the world they get that here from Iceland and not freeze it? Is that crazy? I can't figure it. If you figure it out, let me know. And that's the old standby, product of Mississippi. All those catfish out there in Mississippi. So I just get a kick out of anyway, I don't know how they, I don't know if I want to eat that cod, if they're going to fly it from Iceland and not freeze. I guess you could keep it iced down and get it out there really quick. But I would think that would just be I don't think I'd want it. But it's not a bad tasting fish if you can't get anything fresh around here. All right, got to wrap it up for today. Enjoy doing today's show. As always, I appreciate the support y'all show, and we appreciate y'all supporting our sponsors. As always, do something good for your fellow man, like Jimmy did for me. Okay, y'all have a great day, and God bless.
Thanks for watching America's only daily outdoor TV show, Panhandle Outdoors with Winston Chester, featuring hunting, fishing, and other activities and information to help you enjoy the great outdoors. Join us next time for Panhandle Outdoors.